Okay, so our original intention was to fly from Nashville to Sioux Falls, South Dakota via Minneapolis. So we get to Minneapolis, and once we got to Minneapolis, we received a message from our Fly Delta app, which you can have on your phone or your iPad, and it's quite handy. The app is quite handy. It gives you the gate that you're transferring to. It gives you boarding information. It gives you your seating assignment. So it's quite helpful, and it does line up quite well with most of our flights. So as I said, we only know this information from Delta because Delta is our airline of choice, and so that's all we know about. We don't know about other airlines. And once we got to Minneapolis, we received information that there was a 45-minute delay from the time that our flight was supposed to take off from Minneapolis to Sioux Falls. So now we have that 3-hour window back because our first flight was delayed 45 minutes. We get in, and then the next flight is delayed 45 minutes, so then we have a 3-hour window again. So we go to the club, we go to the Sky Club, and we enjoy some of the repast. Yes, the repast that they have at the Sky Club.
Repast. Repast.
That's food and drink.
Yeah, it's sometimes so crowded, it becomes like the Delta soup kitchen, and you find indigent people just in between flights getting soup.
Indigent.
No, they're not indigent because it costs a fortune to join the club.
But my recommendation is to get the Delta American Express Platinum card, which gives you your automatic entrance into the club. And if you're old, you really need this club because it gives you a chance to decompress and relax, get some food, some coffee, whatever. And there's fruit and there's all kinds of amenities in there. And it's really quite pleasant to add that to your trip. Not all airports have them, but the major ones do, and they can be quite a helpful thing, especially if you have a long layover. So 2 hours later, we're still in the club, and then we get an announcement on our Delta app that our plane to Sioux Falls is delayed even further because our plane from Fargo is coming to Minneapolis, and it's delayed because of weather. So the new departure time is now 6:15 with an arrival in Sioux Falls at 7:30 p.m., factoring in the de-icing and the delicing and the repricing. And so we're at the gate, and then the gate agent, who is so frustrated by now because he's had to announce all these delays and stuff, he just comes on the mic and he says,
"Both of the late flights into Sioux Falls are canceled."
Oh, and you hear this roar from the crowd. Not a good roar, more of a disgruntled roar. And not delayed, canceled. So my partner calls the venue in Lake Andes, South Dakota, the Fort Randall Hotel and Casino, a mere 2-hour drive from Sioux Falls when the roads are clear. He calls and talks to the manager and says, hey, can we move this date? Because we can't even get into Sioux Falls. And the manager says, by all means, let's move it to next month, January, when the season is much more tropical in South Dakota during January. So I call the Delta Platinum line and get our flight back to Nashville. And they were quite accommodating. They got us back to Nashville by using the ticket that we would have used from from Minneapolis to Sioux Falls. And so they didn't charge us any extra to fly back to Nashville. So that flight leaves at 7:55 p.m. This is approximately 6 o'clock. And we're at the Delta help desk, where they have Delta airline employees getting employees.
They're just pretending to work there.
I think sometimes they are.
Okay.
I think they are. But yeah, the help desk is the questionable one.
Okay.
Okay. And so I asked the lady at the help desk, I said, what are the chances of getting our luggage onto the flight to Nashville now? And she said,
Oh, they will automatically reroute that. It just happens. You don't have to do anything. They will take care of that.
I said, this is a lie. This is a lie. We've been lied to before. A few months earlier, we had a flight to Seattle, and we flew into LA first, and then our flight to Seattle was canceled. So we took a later flight into Seattle, and the lady told us that our luggage would be on there. The help desk told us that. The gate agent told us that.
Oh, yes, your luggage is on the platform at the plane.
Because it's a well-oiled machine, that Delta luggage.
Yes.
System.
Once one of them lies, the other one backs them up. And so here we are. Here we are in this situation again. And I knew she was lying to it. But here are some points that you should always be aware of when dealing with airline employees that start plane-splaining about certain claims that will be especially off-putting to the average passenger. But since we're seasoned travelers, we know a little bit more about that. So, number one, when you check your bags to your final destination, and what it says on the little bag tracker thing is your final destination. It has your leaving point and your final destination. Rest assured that your bags are going to that destination, no matter what you try to do. I don't know about other airlines, but the window of locating our luggage during this trip was 1 hour and 40 minutes. The help agent looked at her watch and said,
Oh, you have 1 hour and 40 minutes. It won't take near that long to get.
No problem.
Now, the Seattle incident, we had a 3-hour window. So, again, rest assured that when your luggage is going to, says that it's going to be on that flight, you'll get to your destination and you won't have any luggage. Point 2 is the only way to assure that your luggage gets onto your flight is to have the baggage claim agent put your luggage out, pull it out, and physically put it onto the carousel at your airport. Take it off the carousel, take it to the check-in, and check it in for your new flight. That is the only way your bags will go with you. I'm telling you this from experience. So, point number 3 is, do not ever get angry with baggage claim people and baggage handlers. They will send your bag to Guam. So, the status of the bags. Today, I spoke with Nashville Baggage Claim. She assured me that our bags, all 5 of them, 2 guitars, 1 merchandise bag, and our 2 suitcases, were in Sioux Falls, and they're getting on a plane, and they will be here in Nashville at 10 p.m. Well, I have a tracker for my Apple AirTags, and it's called the Find My app. And here it is. Oh, wait a minute.
Where is it now?
Wait a minute. It's moving towards, so maybe they are flying out.
We'll take a screenshot and I'll put it in.
Okay.
Okay.
So now it's showing that at least my bag is down at the end of looks like
Is it in Sioux Falls?
it's still in Sioux Falls, but it could be on a plane.
Wait a minute.
Could
wait
be on a
minute.
plane. Yeah,
That looks
Because
an
they were-
awful lot like where it was when you showed it to me earlier today.
I know, but at one point the two circles with my guitar and my bag were together right here, and now my bag has traveled that far, so maybe they're going onto a plane.
I hope so.
I hope so too. So we'll give them a chance. We'll give them a chance to make it right, and usually they do. Within 24 hours, they have everything tracked, and they can usually get it to you.
And in a way, this is a follow-up to a previous video that we did when we bought the Apple AirTags because we didn't know anything about them. They work great.
Mhm.
He put one in his guitar case, one in his suitcase.
Mhm.
Now we know when they're lying about where the suitcase and the guitar are.
Yeah, even if they have no idea, we do. And so I recommend that. I recommend those AirTags, and then I recommend following them on the
Oh, you got a message right
your
now
bag.
from
your,
Delta.
Your bag is now on board DL. Okay, so they're sending it to Minneapolis. Okay.
Your bag.
Yeah, one bag.
One bag for sure.
Okay.
Maybe the other one.
The other one should be coming up.
Maybe you'll get another.
If you hear
notification.
another little ding, then maybe that will be my guitar. I recommend using this app, and then we found. Oh,
It's not.
there's another bag. Okay,
Okay.
they're getting her did. Getting her did. They're getting her did.
Ah,
And then I have one more bag, so maybe that.
yeah, he only had 2 AirTags, Apple AirTags. So
Yeah. Hopefully Terry is getting a message as we speak about his own.
okay. Oh, look at, and they just moved. They're right next to each other now
Oh yeah.
on the app.
Wow.
So they're doing it.
Uh-huh. And we found out something about the Find My app.
Yeah, that's how there is not a separate app for the Apple AirTag. It joins up with the Find My Phone part of your iPhone or your iPad. And there's a thing for Find People, Find Devices,
Find items.
Find Items, and Find Me. And it's under Find Items.
Yeah.
And that's how you find it. It's not an app. It's, well, it is an app, I guess, but it's the one app that's built into the iPhone.
Yeah. And if you're like me, you know, early on when I got this app, I forgot my iPad in the airport, and it told me exactly where my iPad was. I went back, I picked it up, they had it, and it was it's very valuable to have that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Look, my guitar has moved now.
Oh, exciting.
Oh, there's my other bag. My third bag is now on board.
Whoa.
Yep.
We had totally lost faith in Delta.
Mm-hmm. Well, I never lose faith in Delta. I mean, they'll make it right eventually.
Yeah, but they will lie to your face.
They will. They will. And I guess it's their way of placating passengers. I guess. Because if, you know, I guess I'd rather be lied to than just told the blunt truth. It's like,
no, that dress doesn't make you look fat. No, your suitcase is on the plane.
yeah. You're just one piano tie away from being the worst dressed couple in showbiz history.
So a friend of ours told him about Williams Henry,
Yeah.
and I thought you should use that as a quote.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We're not influencers, we're outfluencers. We're outfluencers of fashion. So that's our video for today. And we want to say love and peace to everyone, and make sure you take care of yourself, because when you're old, you're only going to get older.
Mm-hmm.
So, our original flight plan was to fly from Music City, Nashville, all the way up here to the Twin Cities of Minnesota, where it was already snowing a little bit. It was already snowing in Minneapolis. So there's a little snow. And then our next flight would be down here to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. But we never got that far because South Dakota was snowed in along with North Dakota, Montana, parts of Idaho, and Nebraska.